It's packing time. Leave tomorrow. It's amazing. All the little stuff I have to bring. I have a list, and man, I hope I don't forget something. Chamois butter, builder bars, foam roller, peanut butter. Someone suggested I bring my own peanut butter, so I'm doing it. And I'm trying a new energy bar. I've tried a couple of these. They're good. These are picky bars, so you've heard me say that I gotten away from Cliff bars. These are more natural, so most of the sugar from these are from fruit. They say at least 50%, I think. So I got two flavors, agave sweetened awesome sauce and all fudge nuts. So I think I'm going to be trying these on the ride. And I'm going to also try to make peanut butter sandwiches. Packing up the bike. So my bike shop had a crate I could borrow. The local cycling club has 3 crates, so I'm able to borrow one. I thought I was going to have to buy one of these, but thank God I didn't have to. These are expensive, and I don't know when I'm going to use one next. And the wheel's on top, and it's ready to go to France. So we're flying Air Canada out of Orlando. Stopped at my parents' house last night in Tampa and dropped off the kids, spent the night. Fire alarm went off at 1 o'clock in the morning, and I never went back to sleep. So I was really hoping for a good night's sleep. So there are 30 monitors at Air Canada, and not one of them is manned. The line is huge. So we've just been standing in this line for like 20 minutes to check our luggage in. Don't quite understand this. So the people in front of us and behind us in the baggage check line are speaking French. I'm gonna have to use Google Translate to survive this trip, I think. Oh, please show up to France. So we're waiting in the airport, and I downloaded the whole route on Ride with GPS, which is kind of cool because I know exactly where the climbs are going to begin. So the Glandon starts at mile 9, so it's pretty flat, and then it's all pretty much up and down. So the Glandon starts there, a little bit of reprieve, and then finishes at mile 22. And I've got a long downhill. It's like a it's a 13-mile downhill, fairly flat, and then looks like we start the Telegraph at mile 50. So this is great. I know exactly when it's time to get it in climbing mode. So then the Telegraph goes up to about mile 57, and then a little descent. Then the Galibier starts at mile 60, goes up to mile 70, and then we've got a 30-mile descent with a little bit of up and down here near the bottom. But then Alpe d'Huez starts at mile 100 and then goes to mile 108. So this is really cool. I did this a couple days ago, just put the whole route on here, and this will be helpful. So I've got the whole route on my Garmin, and I'll be following it on my Garmin. I'm sure it'll be marked really well in the event, but nice to have it on the Garmin as well. And Google Translate. I'm going to use this thing. I've never really used Google Translate before, so I think it's going to come in handy here. So let's try a few things here. Where is the bathroom? Let's see, in French, that's... Où se trouvent les toilettes? She says it slow the second time. Où se trouvent les toilettes? Okay, Uzi. All right, I'll just do toilettes. Let's try another one. Where is the peanut butter?
Où est le beurre de cacahuète?
You know, there's like a whole bunch of syllables they just go right over, isn't there? How long is this freaking climb?
Combien de temps est cette montée fulgurante?
Oh gosh, I'm in trouble. Oh, all right, let's try one more. How much is this baguette?
Combien coûte cette baguette?
That's not too bad. All right, well, hopefully the French will allow me to use my app. There's a bird in the airport. So by the way, we're flying from Orlando to Montreal, Canada. Then we've got like a 4-hour layover in Montreal. And then I think we take off around 7. And it's that'll be our night sleep for tonight, sleeping on a plane. So it's like a 7-hour flight over to Lyon. And then it's a 2-hour drive to Alpe d'Huez. 乘坐国航418旅客请注意，这是我们最后一次的登机广播，这是我们最后一次的登机广播。Here comes our plane. 4-hour layover in Montreal. So I don't have a lot of regrets in life. I don't have a lot of regrets in life, but I really wish I took French in high school. I took Latin, which I guess maybe I've used to some extent, but French would have been much more useful, especially knowing I was getting into cycling later on in life. You know, in Montreal, the announcements are made in French and then in English, and there's usually double menus, so one in French and one is in English. I don't think that's going to be the case when we get to France. So like I said earlier, our night's sleep is going to be on the plane tonight. So here are the key essentials for sleeping on a plane. Blinders, a neck pillow, earbuds playing white noise, and the most crucial, melatonin, 3 milligrams time release. So this is our bedroom for tonight. You know, getting on the flight, I'm thinking, all right, I'm getting on this airplane. I'm going to be on here for like 8 hours over the ocean. Kind of like, what am I doing? So we have all the comforts of home, to include an outlet for charging my phone, a little pack with complimentary blinders, socks, and toothbrush and toothpaste, which I forgot to put in my carry-on bag. So that's cool. Got a pillow and a blanket. So I've learned I can only sleep upright for about an hour, and that's it. So we are in Lyon, France. I still see subtitles in English, so at least we can find our luggage. So it's 8:55 here. I'm trying to not think about the fact that it's 2:55 in the morning, my time. So just try to tell my body that it's morning, time to go. And hopefully we can go to bed at a normal French time tonight, because I need a good night's sleep. That's 2 nights in a row of not much sleep. So we are on the top of Alpe d'Huez. It was about a 2-hour drive from the airport. Now I'm waiting for someone from Look Cycles to meet me over here. But what a backdrop. I'm telling you guys, Alpe d'Huez is no joke. Absolutely no joke. I told my wife, what am I getting myself into, having this be the last climb of the day? This is crazy. We are in our hotel room. It's not as big as American hotels, but that's okay. We're here, and this is the view out of the hotel. So 0 complaints with that view. And now I'm going to see if the bike arrived safely. We are exhausted, like really exhausted. We've slept about 3 to 5 hours in the last 2 nights. And so rest is the #1 priority. I'm going to try to ride. I was going to try to ride a little bit today, but man, I'm beat. So tomorrow I'll probably ride about an hour and a half, get everything warmed up for Sunday. So let's check out the bike, make sure it arrives. Well, looks like TSA opened the box and checked it. I'm glad they knew how to put the bike box back together. Really glad. Wheels are okay. Well, everything looks to be in order. Got my shoes here. And the pedals inside the shoes. All right. So the bike's ready to roll. Took about 15 minutes to put it together, and it was a challenge in that little space right there, putting it together. So this is our hotel room. It's a bed, or 2 beds, and spot for a suitcase. But this is an adventure, and we are loving it. So that's going to do it for today's travel video over to Europe. I'll do another one tomorrow. First day on Alpe d'Huez, warming up the legs for Sunday's event.